Okay, we are live.
Let us know if you can hear us.
Yes, drop us a comment. Let us know if you can hear us. Sorry, I don't do the whole fancy music and countdown because I just don't know how. So just when the clock strikes 7:30, I just hit live. And we go live. It's already got a few, Damien, in the comments over here. Comics, we got T3 Collects over in the comments. Good to see you guys already.
And Comics 1017 letting us know that he can hear us.
Good. Excellent. Good. Appreciate that. Appreciate the feedback. So, welcome, guys. It's good to get a group of friends together here. It's been a little while since we've done this, so let's just let's kind of start a little round table. JB, kick us off. What's been going on, man?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thursday night, date night with my boys.
Oh, my goodness.
No hunting tonight. No hunting with Marsha tonight. But thank you all for joining us. My friends, my brothers. It's been a long time for me, and appreciate you inviting me on. So let's have a good time tonight. Let's have some fun. Let's talk toys and potentially movies. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Dan come up with a good idea that we'll talk about movie. Kind of like what's our favorite movie of the moment that we've seen recently. So we can do that. Dan, what's been going on, bud?
Been working hard, man. Been going into work a lot more than I had to in the past. I got spoiled with COVID and everything, and now I'm being forced to go back in the office a few days. So it's a little more stressful, but nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So I can't complain about that at all. But my son is about to be back home with us for good after his college career is done, and he's got him a job. So we're excited about that.
Awesome.
And this place just keeps on expanding, and yet the room stays the same size.
Yeah.
I think we can all relate to that.
I was going to say that's the biggest problem in our community, I think, is space.
I already have to walk shimmy through areas, and it's crazy.
And what's sad about that is your room is the size of our three rooms combined.
I don't know about that, but it's decent size.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's close.
I've seen both your room, Daniel, and Cave's, and it's probably about the two of them combined.
Something I have learned is no matter how much space you have, you never have enough because you look at
our collections are like goldfish, where they grow into the space that you have.
Right. It really, and you never, a collector doesn't typically stop collecting. So, you're collecting what you want. You don't necessarily want to get rid of stuff. So, you just keep compiling, like a squirrel preparing for the winter. You're just piling stuff in. The only problem is not a whole lot's going back out because you bought the stuff you want for the most part. So
yeah,
I think that's why every now and then I think we've all done it. We all go through purges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, we did it.
I'm trying to purge, and I have boxes of purge below me, but I can't purge. I have the set. I'm there. I'm ready to, but I just can't purge. It's there, ready to go. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Damien says, say hi to Zach. I tried to talk Dan and Zach into getting on one, but Zach, that's just not where he's at right now. So that's okay. Maybe later in life he'll be.
Somehow he outgrew this, and yet we're still in the toy game.
It'll come back around for him.
Listen, Zach is 1,000% more mature than me and Daniel. So that is a fact of life. He is more grown up than we are. I'm going to say that right out of the gate. But yeah, we do all miss Mr. Zach. It'll be good if he ever comes back and spend some time with us. Kinder Thunt, thank you for coming out. Good to see you there, bud. We got a couple guys in the comments we'll say hello to. We got
my boss
over here. This is
my
one
boss
I'm familiar with right here. Marsha's in the comments.
Oh,
Marsha, the main
man.
Babe, let's hope all is well. Hey, it has been a while, man. I hope you're doing good. It's been a long time since I've talked to you. It's a fellow YouTuber here. Damon says kind of cheating, but finally caught up with the Blue Beetle. Had a great time, solid soundtrack. Now that is a movie I have not seen. Has anybody seen the Blue Beetle?
Bad. It wasn't bad.
Okay. Now it it is part of the now defunct DC universe, right?
It's actually technically part of the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
But the movie's completely standalone. It doesn't have like
no
really
tie-ins.
So
Okay.
I mean, so they made it that like they could do whatever they want with it. Basically.
I got you. Okay.
It
Like
doesn't
they
have
can ignore it going forward if they want, which they might because it didn't particularly do that well. So
Gotcha.
So no Nicolas Cage Superman then.
I mean that's technically part of this new universe, right?
I'm gonna say he made it into Flash. That's probably
George
the
Clooney,
he's part of like the multiverse. That's all.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
So, Syntastic, what's been going on, man? What's new with you?
So a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, I went to Philadelphia for WrestleMania and all the events surrounding it. I'm still exhausted. That was one of the most fun but exhausting weekends ever.
There we
It
go.
was incredible.
Look at this thumbnail right here. Look in the left-hand corner of this thumbnail.
That's one legend and Hulk Hogan.
Man, exactly. I was gonna say two legends, but there you go.
Right.
I gotta say that was one of the coolest moments ever. Like
So-
I literally wanted to give him a hug.
So
It's like meeting a superhero. It's like meeting Superman.
Something that amazes me here is that Hogan's built at like 6'8".
He used to be. He's
Oleg
got
like-
such a bad back. He's shrunk.
Is it that, or is just Syntastic just a very large man? He's 6'7".
I am a very large man, but not height wise. I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
And
okay.
yeah, I'm 6'2". So he was probably maybe half an inch taller than me.
Yeah.
But I think he shrunk over the years, and plus I think he had both of his knees replaced, so both of his knees are kind of bowed.
Yeah.
So right there, he probably lost an inch or two, and he's had so many back surgeries that his spine is compressed. So, my guess is he's probably lost a solid 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah. I think he said he was about 6'4" now. Roughly was what after all the surgeries and the injuries and everything.
I mean, we're standing side by side. I'm 6'2", so it's
and it's crazy. His move, literally laying the leg drop on everybody, is just compressing his spine every single time. So
that's what he said. Yeah, that he wished he picked a different finishing move early in his career. So because that's what messed up his back.
Yeah.
But what a weekend! What a weekend! Like in Mania was incredible. Just getting going to 2 different cons, going to the Mania watch party. Like we actually thought about going to Mania itself the first night.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, outside. I cannot believe WrestleMania was outside like that in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was like 40 degrees. So we just went to the watch party. And then the night before we went to SmackDown, went to the Hall of Fame, or the Hall of Fame was right after SmackDown. So it was really cool.
You got to meet Sting, right?
I got to meet Sting, obviously Hogan.
Yeah.
Had an interesting encounter with Ric Flair.
You have to explain that one.
So my brother got Flair's autograph. I already had it, so I didn't need it. But right before my brother got to the front of the line, Flair noticed Dolph Ziggler across from him. And apparently Dolph Ziggler is dating Flair's ex-wife.
Oh my.
So the two of them just started screaming at each other, and I don't think this was a work. Like Flair's like yelling at him that he's got his sloppy seconds. I mean, it was just like all over the place.
Oh wow.
Bro.
Yeah. And he went up to him and got like right in his face. And like I actually kind of have a little bit of it in my video. You could see where they're kind of yelling at each other, but out of context you can't tell what it's about. But yeah, it was pretty wild.
That is crazy.
Lana was standing like right by there, and she was with every person that got an autograph with her, she would take a shot with.
Oh my goodness!
Like she was trashed.
Oh, I'm sure.
She just kept losing clothes. She was like in a bra by 1 o'clock.
Oh my god! So real quick, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but thoughts on the new champ?
Love it. I love it. I'm such a mark for Cody. So yeah, I just think it was really good storytelling leading up to it. I love Roman too. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But just the whole story leading up to it with The Rock and the bloodline, I thought it was amazing.
I can't wait to see what happens with Roman and Rock now. Hopefully they'll end up battling for who actually is the head of the table. And
I think that's where it's headed. I think they're going to have, it's been hinted at it's going to be a bloodline civil war. So
that'll be cool.
I mean, it already started with the Uso, the Uso brothers. So Jay and Jimmy. So
yeah,
I was just ready for a new champ. I didn't care who it was. Honestly, I wouldn't care who they made the champ as long as it was someone different. I was just ready for.
The problem with Roman, even though I really like him, is he's hardly ever there.
That's true. That's true.
So at least Cody's going to be there.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, he was down in the Charleston area. Was it the 2 weeks before WrestleMania? Yeah. We saw him, and that I already knew he was going to get it. You could kind of see the writing out there, the story, and it really works. And every time you go to a live event, that. I mean, you guys know.
It's
and
incredible.
They stay after, they sign autographs, they talk to the crowd during breaks. It's one of those things, and I was really excited for the Mania, even though I'm all Rock, and I'm a mark for Rock and all that stuff. It was Cody's time, and I'm glad that it worked on the 40th, the way it did. I think it was, and they read the crowd with the writing, and they, all the interviews, they said they got to read the crowd, they got to feel the crowd, and they just went with it, and it was spectacular. So I'm glad. I'm glad you went. That's really awesome. Yeah.
So can we actually say though, as The Rock is saying, that this is the best Mania of all time?
It's up there.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's the best Mania of the modern era.
Definitely.
Let's say go back to the Attitude Era. It's the best one since at least then.
Yeah.
It brought me back into it.
I think WrestleMania 18
got me excited.
18 was really great. That's the one in Toronto when it was Rock and Hogan.
Yeah.
That one was great, but I think this one might have topped it. So
you got to think that the style of wrestling has changed so much since then. Those guys, you always knew what moves they were going to make in the ring.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, every move is made, you're like, okay, that's the finishing move, but it's not.
Right.
And it's amazing athleticism nowadays.
Yeah, the athleticism is just off the charts now. Look at a guy like Ricochet. My gosh. He's incredible.
When I saw him jump over the rope, do a flip, and just land on the outside of the ring, I was like, that couldn't have been real.
Yeah. Even like Sami Zayn pulls off just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's another guy that I love. I was happy to see him get the Intercontinental title, which funny story. We were at a watch party for night one at the WrestleCon, and a bunch of the old wrestlers were there, and Honky Tonk Man was there. Arguably one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time.
Yeah.
Did not pay one iota of attention to the Intercontinental match.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could care less.
It's definitely changed.
Does anybody,
he was just off, just talking, and he left right before the main event.
Does anybody follow British wrestling? Damien wants to know.
I don't know where we'd watch it.
I don't either. I don't know if that's available for us over here to watch it all, is it?
They had NXT had a British division, but I don't think they really do anymore.
It was called NXT UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut that down during COVID, I think.
T3 was thrown out there that Roman Reigns is filming a movie called Good Fortune. I wasn't familiar with that. I wonder if that...
I know The Rock is filming a movie, but I don't know about Roman.
Yeah.
I think they're both going to be back around SummerSlam is my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That was a good update there, Fantastic. You have definitely had you've had some good times here lately. So that's pretty cool.
You and Short Hogan. Yeah. That's awesome.
So we were talking about rooms and how much room we have. So let's talk about our buddy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have this was a big milestone here for Mr. Century. TMC.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of this guy. Very happy for him and what he has accomplished in that room.
And I cannot wait to see him actually get everything finally out of storage and put it in there.
Well,
yeah.
I thought I thought that's what the video was going to be, and I was like, oh, because I actually seen it.
I think the way I understand it, he's gonna actually turn it into a series of videos. I think, kind of filling it out. And
because I've been to his house and I've seen the actual room in person. So
yeah,
I was like, oh, I've seen this. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited to see what he does with it. There's Mr. Seth Bayer. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh,
there he is. You're doing well, also. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to kind of see. Once he lays it out, this will be another one of those situations where I know Century has a large collection, and he's got a lot of space there. But I think we're going to quickly see the same problem everybody else has. It's just
all these shelves are going to get full really fast.
It's going to fill up so fast.
Just to give you a perspective, he probably literally has twice as much as I do as far as space.
Yeah.
And see, I can see, and I'm not sure how much room he has in between these stands. I could see him ended up expanding and doing some like detops or something in between those two, if he ever gets to that point.
I think his idea is not to make it cluttered. I think
I agree. I think so too. I think so too. And I think that's the situation where you can do a rotation. Where you can where you keep stuff in back stock and you kind of have the collection of the moment out. When you're tired of that, you stick it in back stock and you just rotate it.
And that's the way I see it. If you go to museums, if you go to like different curations, they have the summer and then they kind of change it. And I think all of us knowing Century, very particular, which is great. And I know he's going to want this, displayed perfectly. And then of course, as it changes, he's going to do it again perfectly. So I look forward to what it's going to look like, because that space is amazing.
Well, and what Seth said is accurate. This thing's going to be beautiful. But I think what it is, where we have collection rooms, Ron is going to have a museum. You use the word, and I think that's kind of what he's going for. It's going to be more of a very low clutter, very well organized, very what would the word be? Where it's
immaculate.
Well, there's a focus to it and a rhyme or reason to why he does what he does. You look back here on my shelves, man, I'm just throwing stuff up here because I ain't got room to put nothing nowhere. And I don't care if Superman's above Woody and Buzz. It just doesn't matter because I don't have the space. And I just, I have too many figures, but I think he's going for a whole different look. And it's going to be really cool.
It's very funny that you say that, no, he's got a focus. If you've ever gone hunting with him, he don't have no focus.
No,
he is all over the place with his stuff.
Yeah. He's got a lot of different vintage lines, but I think the focus is vintage.
It is now. Yeah,
where a lot of us kind of mix vintage in with modern, and I think Century's really done a good job of just focusing and dialing the collection down into that vintage, and I think that's what's going to give it more of the museum feel, because when you walk in, you're going to feel like you're walking into the 80s or 90s. That's kind of what it's going to feel like. So
I see this as a journey, and each part of the journey is going to tell a significant story that's going to have like deep roots. It's just going to like here's something on the shelf, and it could be something as like that van right there. Then all of a sudden you start talking about the van, and because we all know Ron, and he's just going to keep on going. He's a historian of what we do. And of course, when it comes to his collection, he's going to know exactly where he bought it, how much it was, who he got it from, their names, and all that. And I think that's going to be really special. Man Cave, like how you were saying, it's going to be maybe a series of videos. So, and Seth is up there. And when we were down at Toylanta, we already discussed it. I don't know if I shared it with you guys, but Seth and the boys are going to come up, and then we're going to get a bus. And I got my CDL, so we're going to just go all the way up for a tour of the museum, and then we're going to go to Fantastic's house and then raid his room, and then take it back with us.
I'm going to have to bring you guys down one at a time. I don't think there's going to be a lot of room for a lot of people down here. It barely fits me.
We'll stay on the bus. We'll stay on the bus.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so Man Cave,
you got to stop at the Jersey Geeks.
Oh no, but that's the whole thing. We're gonna snake it all the way up. Yeah.
Yep.
do
So I
this.
tried to do that, and you guys were all busy whenever I went that direction. So I ended up only seeing Jersey and hitting the Virginia Beach stuff that JB always stops at.
Mhm.
Man Cave, are you going to beat Ron to a room tour?
I'm sure he will beat me to it. I'm certain. What have I done? Two videos in the last 5 months? Like I'm doing good to do anything, much less a tour of the room in here. Plus, the room is just a mess, dude. I mean, I wish I could show you like what this corner over here looks like. It's ridiculous looking. And yeah, until I get in here and get this thing organized, there's just no point in showing it. There's just no point. It actually depresses me because it's become my work office as well, because I work from home every day. So
I mean, when was it when we all came down? That was almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like June of 2022.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
You were like getting ready to do a room tour then.
I thought I was, and then I went through a massive purge, and purged a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do a tour now. I got to wait till I get everything back in, get everything brought back in. And Dan and them actually come over and help me bring a ton of stuff out of the garage. Right? Remember we unboxed didn't you come over and help me do that?
We did the origins. We did the everything we've done so far that I've helped you unbox. It seems like it's always Motu.
That's true. That's true. You helped me do all the classics, then you helped me do all the origins, and we had it looking decent. I probably should have did a tour then. I probably should have did a tour then. And
when the guys came down, the room looked great, I thought.
Yeah, it looked okay. Yeah. It's just my problem is just so unorganized, man. It's just, I mean, literally, it's like you got a Transformer shelf, then right beside it is a Power Ranger shelf. Then there's another Transformer shelf up above that, and it's just there's no flow to it whatsoever,
So let me ask though, and I'm not trying to get all Freud on you or anything like that, but is that how you collected as a kid? This is how I collected as a kid.
100%, man. There was no rhyme or reason. If it was cool looking on a peg, I bought it. It didn't matter if it was Battle Beast or TMNT. Like my Battle Beasts were fighting my TMNT, and they were all mixed together, and it was one universe. And yeah, you're right. I guess you're right, JB. I mean, my Man Cave is kind of a a spin-off of what my childhood, toy playtime looked like.
Yeah,
I tried. Mine absolutely is. So
yeah.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Everything's there.
So Figure Fever has a pretty good question about do we have insurance on our collections?
Let's see. No, and that is a big problem for me because, especially with my comic books, I have a lot of money in
I'm actually going through everything slowly and documenting everything, like writing everything down, values. But obviously there's literally tens of thousands of things.
When I've talked to my insurance company, they basically said that keep track of what you have, which luckily we're doing because we do these videos all the time.
Right.
That's true.
Most of us.
True. Yeah.
So supposedly our homeowners insurance will cover.
Mm-hmm.
No, they told me that I need a rider policy.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I want to get insurance on $1,000 worth of Super 7 reaction figures, so I'll just hold on.
That was kind of my thing. I'm like, at the end of the day, these are all toys. It would probably do me a favor if I didn't have all.
No.
But the comic book.
But a lot of them are worth some.
They are. When you got $500 and $600 figures and box figures and stuff sitting around, but the comic book collection is where it really is. That thing. It probably dwarfs.
It's the same with the video games and like a lot of the vintage stuff. Yeah.
So I got a question then, Cave. Is you talked about tour and maybe documenting. Have you thought about, or have you already documented your comic books? Because I know when we went over 2 years ago, Marsha and I were just like, jaw on the floor, dropped. We're like, wow, great comics. Whether it's worth X amount of money, it's just you have a lot of great comics in your collection. I think there's a lot of people that follow you that would like to see that.
Yeah, that is something I wanted to delve into. And when I kind of started the channel, I did a little bit of comic book stuff and really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did as well. And I really enjoyed it. I really don't know why I don't go harder on comics, because at the end of the day, when I was a kid, I was a comic book collector. I was not a toy collector. I just played with toys, but I collected comics as a kid, and have never really stopped. And yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea of doing. Now, I have went through and went into apps and started. I'll go through and I'll do like one long box of my collection and go through and value it out and kind of, guesstimate at what it's a raw 6.5 or a raw 9.6 or whatever, and kind of get a value. And I get through like one long box and I'm like, holy crap, that just took like a month to do one long box. And then I look around and I'm like, I have like 10 of these, and I'm just like, this will take me a year and a half to get through these long boxes.
That's the issue that I'm having. It's taking forever. I've already been doing it for a few months, and I feel like I've barely made a dent.
Oh, it's almost like I wish I could just pay somebody to just like, hey, come in here and I'll give you $1 a book. Like, just, come in here and catalog them and, just do your best estimate at what you think the raw CGC grade would be,
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. It's like you got a guy in your area, right?
To the guy who he would do it for $0.25 a book.
Nope, I'll do it for $1 a book.
Do you offer him free yet? I'll offer him free. See what happens.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Let me do to him what he does to all the vendors. Hey, let's start with you pay me to come and log my books.
And a handshake.
That's right.
All right, I want to show something here real quick. A guy named Kyle Peterson does a lot of reviews here.
Okay.
He did a review of one of the Super 7 Ultimates for The Simpsons. Of course, The Simpsons line is ending, but he did a review of the Devil Flanders.
I saw that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so that line has already been there. They've already calling it quits.
Yeah. That Disney didn't like.
Book.
Oh, you got their book? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So Kyle wrote a book as well on classic superstars. That's a big.
So we're not even going to get like the traditional looking Simpsons,
which is such a sad part, because they actually in one of the magazines showed Marge and Maggie and Lisa and what's the guy that does all the yard work outside the school, whatever his name was. Anyway, they showed that those were going to be the next wave, and that wave never even got showed off.
Yeah.
So
You know what's going to happen is in about 20 years, somebody's going to have the prototypes, and those are going to be worth like $20,000 a piece or something.
Probably, because there's prototypes out there.
Of course. So let me show y'all this real quick. Show you the screen real quick.
Yeah, this was nuts. I saw this.
But hey, you know what though? I did see that Jack's Pacific was.
Yeah, they got a license there.
Yeah, that stuff looks kind of neat.
So this was his video, and here's his little. Trying to get the figure out of the box, and the leg literally just falls off.
Oh my gosh! It
so
just falls
shaking
apart.
And just falling off, both of them.
Oh
yeah.
Man!
And I think he said hot garbage 1,000,000 times, and he was right. I mean, it's just hot garbage.
Oh, we get that off there before we get a copyright on showing
Kyle. Yeah,
but yeah, I mean that's crazy, man. That's I will say this though, every company, and I've done it, I have reviews on my channel right now, you can go watch, where a figure just broke up as I was, NECA, McFarlane. It happens to the best of them, it really does. And that's, I hope I've seen some of Kyle's reviews, and he seems to be a pretty fair reviewer. So I'm sure he's had other figures do that before, but you hate that for Super 7. You hate to see a respected reviewer in the community pull something out and the thing falls apart on him. That's not good for your brand. But hopefully I have a ton of Super 7 figures in here. I know Dan does. JB, have you gotten into them?
Oh yeah, I have a few. Absolutely.
Fantastic's got them, and I can vouch and say I've never had that problem. I've
had one Super 7 figure break on me.
One of them, okay. Yeah. Which out of all the ones you have, which that's pretty.
I mean, I probably have 30.
Okay.
And 1 out of 30, the arm just popped
Right.
out. Just
Right. Which honestly, you know, I had a hot toy do that to me. You know, that's a $350 figure. I went to bring the arm down because I was boxing it up to sell it, and I understand how you move them at the joint, at the shoulder, and it broke at the bicep and the shoulder. You know, it went from a $400 hot toy that I just sold on eBay. I had to email the guy and be like, "Hey, man, this just happened. I can mark it down or we can cancel, whatever you want to do." You know, but obviously he wanted to cancel, but you know, I think it happens to the best of them. You know, every company's going to deal with some of that.
Well, it's like Todd with his Spawn. What was the gorilla's name? Cygor? Cygor was a mess. He fell apart like crazy.
Right
there at the waist. So
yeah, that was you, right? Man Cave, your Cygor review that Dan's talking about. The Cygor broke at the waist.
I can't remember if it was me or if it was somebody else. I watched one that it broke at the waist.
Okay,
maybe it was mine. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did a Cygor review. But I can't remember if he was one of them or not that broke on me as I was doing
right.
it.
So this is brought up because of a hunt that JB just had, because here's the basic versions.
Yep.
And our guy found the platinum versions.
I did.
Ooh,
yeah.
nice.
I'll say the wife did. Got to give credit to her. Yeah.
Ooh, baby, look. So that is his new slogan. I'm surprised it's not on his hat and his shirt right now. Ooh, baby, look.
Yeah, a buddy, a fan, not a subscriber to all of ours, Joseph Michaels goes, you know, you should put that on a hat. And I was like, oh, and then of course I have to get him in on the cut if I do make a hat, you know. They look good.
Are you going to open them?
As of right now, no, because of room. I don't, you know me. Yeah. And Dan, you know, my platinum collection
usually stays in box. Yeah.
Usually stay in box, but I want to have a plastic man on the shelf. So that's kind of up in the air. We'll see.
So just get the regular ones then, I guess.
Yeah. Double up, right? Double up club. Hey, Kent.
There's our buddy Kent Poole.
Kent, the man collects.
Good to see you there, Kent Poole. I have not seen Kent Poole around lately. Me and him normally run into each other at some different things, but it's been.
And I was going to say, don't you guys like run into each other all the time?
We from time you would think we would run into each other more, and we don't. But typically, like little toy shows and things like that, we'll cross paths. But I would imagine we'll probably be seeing him at Heroes Con, maybe.
And the crazy thing is, you know, he stopped actually doing the hunting for a while there. He's back doing the hunting again now. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We got to think about this 7-inch scale.
Let's pause and take this question real quick, Dan. You'd be the guy for this. Any info when Batman 66 Bookworm is up for pre-order? You keep up with the news.
I haven't heard anything about Bookworm. Have you, JB? Okay. I know you got most of the 66 stuff.
I've heard. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. First I've heard. I'd like to see that. Right. That's all
right, Dan. So what we got here on the screen?
So McFarlane, I'm not sure what convention it was. I guess it was Toy
That
Fair?
Was the one out west.
Yeah, it was in San Diego. What's it called?
Not SDCC. It's is it WonderCon? No, where's that?
I think that's what it was.
Was
WonderCon? WonderCon did happen.
Yeah, Anaheim. I think that's the one in Anaheim.
So yeah, how about this? We're getting another big old huge 7-inch scale Batmobile.
LA Con.
That is crazy. It's WonderCon.
It was LA Con.
WonderCon.
Gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, that I'm clearing room for more vehicles because I do have some vehicles en route. So I'm going to turn the toy trunk into a garage. Really.
Is this our first Morgan Freeman ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty doggone cool right there.
Electric company in the house finally.
And this guy is like 127 years old, and he's getting his first action figure.
I'm not going to say it's his first because there was Robin Hood figures back in the day too. I think so. He might have had one.
Actually, there was a figure of him in the Robin Hood line. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
I remember it. Yeah. But
man,
that is awesome.
Those look great.
You like that Build-A-Figure, Oleg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was the weirdest part of the movie was the big bat shadow.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Little Tommy Lee Jones.
That will be 4 I'll be looking for right there. I don't typically do the movie stuff, but this one was a movie that I loved enough. I would like.
Did you get the Batman and Robin wave?
No, I wanted to, and
Dude,
I couldn't.
that is
I
a great
never
wave.
found it because I
And
wasn't.
Mr. Freeze is awesome.
Mr. Freeze, yeah,
It's still out there.
Is it
Yeah.
really? I just.
Oh yeah. Found it today.
The Batman is
You found
pretty
it
easy to
today?
find. The rest of them, not really, but
Yeah.
like Poison Ivy is very hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah. I
just don't
know where they're at.
Find them. That's my problem. I just don't get the Targets and Walmarts very much anymore. So like when they hit, I really wasn't hunting at all. I wasn't.
Right.
It had been months since I'd been into a store, so I just kind of missed out on them, I guess, from that standpoint. But when these start hitting, when I see that JB found them, I'm going to find them myself.
Yeah,
that's JB going to be my gauge. You're going to be my gauge when you start finding them. I'm going.
Yeah,
I love the penguins there, especially.
Yeah, those are cool.
So these pre-orders sold out pretty fast on all the sites.
Yeah,
right.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
And the was it the blue and yellow penguin and the snow.
The far right hand side are the platinums.
The platinums. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. And the I forgot the girl's name.
Black Star.
The girl in black. Yeah, Black
Star.
Star.
Fire, but Black Star's her sister.
Yeah.
Black Fire.
Yeah. So those three on the right are the platinum edition.
I could tell you the name, but they didn't have her in package yet, so I'm not sure what she's going to look like.
Well, Batman and Robin waves on clearance, $8 a figure. Oh my god!
Where?
Wow, I'd love to come across that.
Where are they on clearance?
Yeah, let us know there. Damien said AliExpress has them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they might be discounted a little bit there. Sometimes you can get pretty good deals there.
Yeah, and I know Target had their big sale on a lot of figures. That's when a lot of people got that Batman and Robin wave. They were like 33% off or something like that, or 50%.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. McFarlane's already a good price as it is. It's already one of the most bigger prices for a 7-inch figure.
Right. So the man says he's in Virginia at Walmart.
Okay.
Yep.
The Batman Robin.
So speaking of Walmart, it's very interesting. They're throwing their NECAs on sale right now.
Really?
I wonder if they're getting out of that section.
You don't see that very much. Oh, they're getting out?
I don't know about you guys, but like the Walmart NECA sections in my area are awful. I mean, they're just nothing.
Dan, did you just say they're getting out of NECA?
I said that makes me question if they are.
Oh, okay.
For the fact they're putting them on sale.
So the TMNT movie, the Four Brothers and the Casey Jones, April, as well as the Shredder and Splinter, all those 2-packs have been showing up a lot of places at $25. So that's a deal right there. The Doc Brown, Back to the Future, $20, and a few other great deals out there. Not all of them, like the newer ones, like the Alfs and the Chuckies that just recently released. Those are still regular price, but the TMNT Universal Monsters, those are showing up for $25 too. So there's some pretty good deals out there.
This is what I'm waiting on, because I want these. I want these NECA TMNT 3 figures. But man, if they're talking about marking stuff down to a clearance on NECA, man, I gotta wait.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, you get a NECA figure for anywhere from $12 to $25. That's a good deal. I mean, that's a good deal.
Especially when Lando's still at $24.99. So it's got to be a Lando joke.
Do y'all who likes this Zaz figure? I'm not a big fan of this one.
I'm not either.
Yeah, it's all right.
Easy pass.
And it was an exclusive. Very interesting.
Yeah.
A Walmart disaster con.
What we got next going
No,
on?
this was a McFarlane toy store.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah.
Even worse.
Batman Beyond.
Glow in the dark. I think he's going a little far with these things. I don't know how many people are like grabbing these limited editions like these.
I only have.
He goes off like on tangents a little too much.
Yeah.
Todd definitely gets his money worth out of a mold.
But like JB that has glow in the dark stuff, so I guess he's thinking that there's 6,100 of you out there.
Yeah, I did pick up, and you'll probably get to it here in a little bit, but I did pick up a glow, from him recently. So
that one?
Oh, no, not that one.
That's actually cool.
It was actually
cool. I wouldn't necessarily want it in my collection, but I got to admit it's cool looking.
Yeah, I got the Joker for the Batman 66. The Entertainment Earth
yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there.
Yeah, I thought but go back one.
You saw this one at the GameStop.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I picked him up.
Yeah,
he looks good.
Yeah,
is that the Arkham one?
Yeah, Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
that's a cool looking figure.
Yeah,
so let's take a pause here for a second on this news, and let's talk about some of our favorites right now. So,
okay,
let's zoom in on you real quick and tell me what your two favorites are.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, why don't you go first?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna hit y'all with so I'm a video game collector as well, and this right here is solely the fault of one man on this planet. Okay. And he is on this live stream right now. So as you guys know, Mike Tyson's getting ready to have a big fight. He is one of my top 3 all-time athletes. So Syntastic sends me a picture of him holding one of these right here. All right. So this is, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It's just a screenshot of the game, signed by Mike. All right. So he sends me this. So I'm like, oh, I got to get one. I got to get it. Me and Syntastic, we're very bad for each other because we just take each other down bad paths. So I get on the website, and even though he didn't buy one of these, I'm still blaming him, because if he hadn't sent me the link to the website, I wouldn't have bought this. I bought a Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Signed too. Nice.
JSA certified, signed Mike Tyson's Punch Out with the certifications on the back, Fetterman sticker. So this is, not that it's like the most expensive thing in my collection, but this quickly went to one of my favorite things in my collection. So
why does the bottom of the game look like it's at an angle?
It's not. It's probably just the camera or the way I'm holding it. But it's the game, and this is what was so cool. The game is literally mint. I was so worried when I bought it. I was like, I bet the sticker's going to be old or a little faded. It's just something they found at some video game store for $10, and they had him sign it, and they're going to ship it out. This thing is perfect. It looks like it just come out of a box. But I actually have a complete in box Mike Tyson's Punch Out right up there. It's got the letter and everything with it. So I'm going to do a full display, kind of like what Syntastic has done. Did you post a picture of kind of your little shadow box?
Yeah, and I'm actually going to show it.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to do something. I also have a Mike Tyson signed glove down there as well. So I'm trying to come up with a way to kind of display all this together. I've got like a UV acrylic case coming for this. That'll that it can encapsulate it and keep it real nice and clean. It's got they wrap when you get autographs and stuff, they wrap them in saran wrap until you can get it in something to protect it. But so I'm going to say that right there, literally.
So is Tyson literally going to kill Paul?
I don't know, man. I mean, we have.
I hope so.
Yeah, you have to take into account that this guy is still 57, 58 years old. So can he fight? Yes. Can he fight for more than a round or two? That's where the question, to me, begins to lie. They can put out the shorts of him just going to town, on a punching bag or, sparring. But, that's a 20-second clip. What can he do for 5 minutes or 7 minutes or 9 minutes? I don't know. We'll see. I hope that this fight ends up being an actual fight. I hope that it's not just a spectacle to make money, and these guys come out here and they cut up in the ring, and I don't think Mike would do that based on everything we've ever seen from him. I think he would take it very serious, but it'll be interesting to kind of see. I picture it kind of going like the Roy Jones fight. Did you guys watch that when the Roy Jones fought?
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
It was disappointing. You could tell that Roy especially was kind of not there to actually try to fight Mike. And Mike showed some flashes throughout that where I was like, the natural instinct almost come out, with Mike there, and Roy, you can see it on Roy's face. Roy's like, is this guy going to kill me? But then Mike would back off, and never take shots at the head. It was all body shots. And that's kind of what I picture this one going. It'll be maybe a little entertaining, but at the end of it, you're going to walk away and say, that was a 50-year-old former heavyweight champ of the world, just making a check, So I don't know. So that is one of my most favorite things. The other thing I will show, and I won't take as much time on this one. This is and I still have not unboxed this, but the Mezco Turtles 4-pack is probably one of my most favorite purchases in a long time, probably over the last year. This is one of my most favorite. I see guys posting pictures of these guys all the time, like different reviewers and stuff posting pictures of them. Absolutely a ton of accessories in this thing. And
I'm going to say that your two things have more value than my entire year's worth of purchases so far.
Yeah, I mean it's. I'm blessed to be able to pick those two items up for sure.
Wow.
So
let's go.
At some point, I got to get the Mezco Turtles out.
Yeah, let's go, Oleg.
All right, let's see. Let me, Oleg, hold on a second. Let me give you the solo layout. There you go.
All right, so this is kind of a follow-up to Cave, even though I was the one that gave him the idea. So I've been kind of on an autograph kick, and Tyson is definitely one of my all-time favorite athletes. I followed his entire career. He's actually from not too far from where I live. He's probably only about 30 miles from here. So he was almost kind of like a local boy. And I remember the night when he won his first title fight against Trevor Berbick. I watched it on pay-per-view with my family. So he just followed his whole career. So he's definitely one of my all-time favorite athletes. And what I did was I got that Tyson's Punch-Out picture signed, but I made some modifications. What I did was I did this
nice
shadow box where I put in the Storm Collectible Tyson in it. So
that was great, man. You did a great job.
That looks awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So that is really cool. I also have a complete Tyson's Punch-Out, and I have to figure that at some point he's going to be around at some kind of signing or something, and I would love to get that personally signed.
Mm-hmm. I would love to get the letter. The letter is what makes that thing so valuable.
Oh, absolutely. The letter by itself is worth over $100.
It is. That thing is very expensive. I would love to find him, and he'd be one of the guys I'd drive for. I would drive hours to go meet this guy and have him sign that letter and then frame that letter. I just think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
What letter are you talking about?
There's a letter that comes in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out video game.
Okay.
Where I don't even remember what it says. It just kind of thanks you for buying the game and the whole thing. It's but it's most people had it and just threw it out. So if you have the letter, it just increases the value of the game almost double.
Yeah.
Now, did Punch-Out come first, or did Tyson's Punch-Out come first?
No, Tyson's Punch-Out come first, and then there was the whole issue with the contract, his likeness and all that.
Well, remember they had the arcade game. That was actually
yeah.
That was
but they discontinued it all. They discontinued that game, and that's when it became Punch-Out.
So which one got more release?
Oh, Tyson's
Punch-Out. Well, Punch-Out, there was more on the market of Punch-Out than Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I was thinking because they discontinued it, it was the harder one to get.
Well, no, Punch-Out came out. The one on Nintendo came out second. The Punch-Out came out after Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I was thinking for some reason
that Tyson's Punch-Out was out for a long time
before they discontinued it.
Yeah, it was out for probably 3 or 4 years before they discontinued it.
I got you.
Now, are you talking about? But here's the thing: is Punch-Out the actual arcade game, not Nintendo. The Punch-Out the actual arcade game was out before.
The arcade game was out before all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So, and the other thing, which it was kind of tough because I got a lot of cool stuff from like, all the cons and everything. But if I had to pick one, it would be this.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Okay.
acknowledge the signature there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful signature.
Now,
Now,
did
that
he
is
make
a
you
cool
acknowledge
signature.
him?
What was that?
Did he make you acknowledge him?
No, this I bought it. He wasn't doing one.
So you actually, that actually reads more to you than anything else you've bought recently. The Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I love Roman.
Figure. Yeah,
So,
really?
yeah.
Okay. I did not know, for whatever reason, I missed that you were ever that like a huge Roman fan.
Oh, I love Roman. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
And especially the whole. I mean, I liked him before, even when he had like the big dog gimmick, but like it felt like there was something missing at that point. But once he did the whole tribal chief, head of the table, joined up with Paul Heyman, I think that's where his character just went to another stratosphere.
The Paul Heyman link up really helped him.
Yeah. And the thing is, Paul Heyman didn't have to be as active with him as he was with Lesnar. Like, he was Lesnar's mouthpiece.
He was. He had to do
it. He really didn't have to say much with Reigns.
Yeah.
But it just worked. It just worked.
Yeah, it did. So who's up next?
JB.
All right, let's give JB the solo.
So we went to Toylanta, which a lot of you guys know, had a great time. And Marcia and I were kind of keying in on some things. And you guys know that when you're filming, and whether it's at a con or in a store, you're trying to film and at the same time shop and this, that, the other, it becomes kind of chaotic. So we found some things and we go back and of course it's gone. So we didn't get anything vintage like we were looking for. Beetlejuice figures, and of course his vehicle, and then Toxie, just a Toxie figure by Playmates. So Big Dub was kind of giving me a hard time. There's nothing in the trunk. So we end up talking to Nick and Jason, the guys from AWOC, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and Marcia actually said, let's go ahead and get this dude right here, the general. So this is our first AWOC figure, and it's one of my favorite. And I'm going to show you just two more. Just give me a second. So this was awesome because, again, you're meeting people, and you guys know when you go to cons and you meet great people. And again, Big Dub's just like, come on, what's in the trunk? What's in the trunk? And then I finally break down and get this right here from Mythic Legions. And you guys know my style a little bit everywhere. So we had to get him right here. Calazar. He just looked amazing. But the most, I guess you say, important pickup, or the best pickup, was actually not by me. It was from Marcia and the granddaughter. When we went and saw our son and granddaughter, my son got sick. I got a little sick, so I just stayed home. They went out toy hunting and found everything, all the new G.I. Joes and the new Street Fighter. And so this right here is my number one pick up for toy, which is the M. Bison. And again, you can't, him and Dawson, they got both Dawson and M. Bison. They found them together. But this figure right here for $25, wired cape and everything, and all the just the way it moves, the way it feels. These Street Fighter 2 figures are amazing. So this right here is my number one of the year so far.
Wow.
It'll probably be up there for a while. It looks
great.
It's not Storm. It's not Storm, but it's good.
But I do continue to hear folks say that the price tag on those is amazing for what you're getting.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And again, coming from my granddaughter, and she's out there finding it, and she's in my videos, talking about it. So it's you guys know me. It's very special to do this channel and to go toy hunting with the family. It's really a good time. So yeah.
And see, I can't compare that because I don't pick up any of the Street Fighter, but I do have the Mega Man. Of course, they're a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Great figure, but it's hard to compare those two lines from them. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to what else that they could put out. I know they got the first, I guess from Street Fighter 2, I guess the first main characters, I think they got them all lined up, like Blanca and all those guys. So that'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah, the Blanca looks great. I have him pre-ordered, actually. He looks really cool.
Yeah. And And what before I go, didn't Storm lose? Oh no, they lost Mortal Kombat, right?
Really?
I think
I didn't
Storm
know.
lost Mortal Kombat. I think that's what was out there, not Street Fighter 2, but Mortal Kombat. So yeah, pretty interesting.
All right, I'll do mine real quick. Is Man Cave still there?
I was still there.
All right, let's figure out my camera here. I know JB just picked up this guy right here, or Matt. Big Bo,
Yep.
one of my favorites as a kid. I love this as a 3 3/4 inch, but he looks so much better in 6-inch for me. I love 6-inch scale figures. The one I wish he would have come with would have been his punching bag.
Yep.
But really cool. He's got the weights there. He's got the gloves and the helmet, and you actually got the other head sculpt. So very cool. Big Bo in the collection. Figure number 114 in Joe classified. And then my other one is the Sabretooth, the large
That's
scale
awesome.
Sabretooth. Don't carry anything
That's
with the Logan. And JB, I think you just got this yourself too, didn't you?
I did, yeah, because I primarily wanted a Logan, but of course I don't have a Sabretooth like that. So it's a win-win for me. I did just recently pick that up. They look amazing.
So I know Logan's going to go into your cantina.
That's right.
All right, that's it.
That's good. Those are good. The Tyson, that, you know, going back to Mike Tyson and Punch Out, those are some great pickups there. Definitely.
Check out Fitterman Sports Group. That's where all the Tyson stuff is. It's not as expensive as you would think.
Really? Okay. I figured those autographs would be. I actually used to work in a sports memorabilia shop, and Tyson's autographs at that time were extremely high compared to everybody else in there.
Are you guys able to hear me now?
We can hear you, just can't see you yet.
Okay. Oh, you can't see me?
No, it's just me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just you. That's right. That's right. Hey, quick question. Where did the Wolverine Sabretooth come in from for you guys?
This was Entertainment Earth for me. JB found it in the wild.
GameStop. Actually, I found yeah. So I found the Tuxedo 2 set in our travels. Then I found that set that Dan has, and just today I found the Psylocke 2-pack at a GameStop.
Ooh, nice.
2 of them actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who comes with this? Who comes with Psylocke?
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
It's all the Wolverine. What'd you say, Mankey?
Yeah. It's all part of that Wolverine 50 years or whatever, right?
Right. So what comes with Psylocke though is that ninja one that was the vintage, like the second vintage wave maybe for X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, the X-Men 97 figures at first wave, like you guys been seeing what's been happening with the prices on those on the secondary market?
No, they're going up?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what wave?
The first wave
Of I missed it.
X-Men 97.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got the Wolverine Sabretooth 2-pack pre-ordered through Big Bad Toy Store, but it hasn't hit yet. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, Man Cave, I'm getting a little nervous here. I'm the only one on the screen.
Oh, all right. We'll take you out off solo. Here we go.
You know I don't like looking at cameras.
All right. Cool.
Here's
so
that.
yeah, that was
Yep.
there you go.
There's the
there
ninja
you
one.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right,
I
cool.
love the Hulk, the suited Hulk and Wolverine look, but I'm not going there anymore. I sold 400 Legends. If I'd just been Legends again, it would have been an amazing addition to the collection. But
God, that's a cool 2-pack,
it's
man.
so cool though.
Yeah.
That's from early Wolverine comics too.
Yeah, that was issue I think 8.
Something like that. Yeah. Great cover. Awesome cover.
So I'm gonna put those two guys with Indiana Jones
That works.
In Club Obi-Wan.
and Club Obi-Wan. You got it, brother.
All right, go to the screen real quick. I want to kind of show something for JB here with the Primal series from Spiro.
Okay.
Spiro Toys.
I don't have the screen option right now.
Oh no, not yet. Hang on. Present share. Okay.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. Really are.
So that's what you're looking forward to is we're going to be getting a rhino and an elephant and a hippo.
Holy. Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Scaling up even further than your gorilla there.
Yep.
So
And they had all those on the ones already produced out there on the display. So,
but not these yet.
Not these. That elephant and that rhino.
Yeah,
and
those
that
are cool.
hippo.
Those look amazing.
And I do have, lately on the kick, I do have a few pre-orders out there. The Fury Toys, the Panda Brothers. I have those on pre-order right now.
Those look cool.
There's just something about it. The anamorphic, just look really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is another subject JB was talking about. He's got pre-ordered right now. Is this glow in the dark 66 Joker? So I was going to ask you what you thought about this, since you're all into 66 stuff.
I think that's the completionist in me, right? Even though I don't have every single one of the Retro 66, and I just got that. It's a glow, it's a Joker, and the actual the display I think will come in handy for my other glow in the dark / blacklight figures for maybe some photography or just display.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like I said, whenever I saw this, I was like, oh, he's gone too far now. He's jumping to 66 and doing this too. But
yeah,
you jumped on it, so
yeah, I'm the one.
JB, do you have the those hologram Star Wars Black Series figures?
Holocron?
The holocrons?
Yeah.
I did not, but I think it was one of your recent videos where you kind of talked about that, right? As far as the translucent of it and the light.
Yeah. I was just wondering. That's what I was going to ask you about, if to see how well that works, because I think it would look really cool with this the Predator figure.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that are in Target are on sale right now, so get out there and find. I think it's Bo-Katan that was out there in Target.
Yeah.
Yeah. $8 something or $9. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I just wonder how well those little bases really work.
The little puck lights. Yeah.
So these got leaked for SDCC and Super 7, and could care less about any of these myself.
Yeah. The Pizza Mikey looks cool. I don't want it for my collection, but it's a cool looking figure. And I guess that's the box for him, that over to the right. That's he's going to come in like a pizza box. I mean, that's kind of cool.
I'm hungry all of a sudden. I'm being for real. I'm not kidding.
And speaking of reaction, we're getting this third wave of Rocky.
Dan, why'd you do that?
I like
about this.
I like the card backs on those.
Yeah.
I saw Mick on Instagram this morning, and I just quickly scrolled up. I'm not kidding. I saw it, like, it just scrolled away from it. I can't.
Feels like the earlier series for the Rocky were like years ago.
Jeez, stop. Marsha, if you're watching, just turn off the internet.
They even got the birthday robot in there. That's pretty cool.
The robot, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love. Happy birthday, Polly.
Hey, I will tell you guys though, speaking of Rocky, I love that McFarlane is doing the little Rocky statues. I quickly pre-ordered those.
The Movie Maniacs, okay.
The Movie Maniacs. And it said it was wave 1 of Rocky, so that I'm assuming obviously they're gonna do a clubber, they're gonna do Drago. They're gonna do
dear.
Oh man.
Oh my god. And you got Rocky 4 in there.
Tell me this though, am I wrong or am I right here? Sylvester Stallone must be the hardest face in the world to get right. I mean, look at that look at the card back of the second figure on the top row. Who is that a picture of? That is not Sylvester Stallone. Who is that?
You know who the hardest
it looks a little more like him as you zoom in. I'll give you that. A little more as you zoom in.
Well, the one from Rocky 4 with the beard looks okay.
That's pretty solid. I give you that. That's pretty solid when he was doing his training running up the mountain.
The one on the left looks like a watercolor like my youngest would have done 10 years ago.
It just seems hard to get him right. I mean, even like some of the NECA figures they've done, they've gotten close, but it just ain't exactly him.
So
it's the same thing. How they can't get Mattel can't get Bret Hart right.
Bret Hart's face is a mess.
Yeah. They can never.
I think it's the hair, man. They just keep on just covering his face up with the hair.
Yeah,
but like they can't get his eyes right. It's the eyes.
Yeah.
Marshall went out to a local shop today because yesterday they put it on their Instagram that they had Drago and Balboa, and they also had the 78 Superman, the NECA. And we couldn't get out there yesterday. She went out today, and the Superman was gone because that's the one I wanted. But she looked at that Balboa, and she just like, no, his face sculpt just
Matt,
doesn't work. Yeah,
Matt.
it just doesn't work.
Hey Jacob, good to
That's
have you in.
great figure.
We'll be doing some Marvel Legends talk here soon. I'm pretty sure Dan's probably got some pictures of the new Marvel Legends stuff coming, so hang around for that.
Yeah.
These are cool. I've actually opened my animated Batman Mondo just yesterday. Actually,
it's like, is this going too far for Mondo? Like, these things are expensive already, and then to go with.
I don't know, man.
Like, who's the market for these?
Well, I will say this: the animated Batman, they sold out of the first run. They did a reissue, which is when I got it. It sold out. So I guess they're thinking
black and white.
I mean, that's if you do all black and white, yes. But the thing is, most of us probably now have the original version. Who wants to drop $220 on the exact same figure, but in black and white? Not very many people. I think it's a reach in my opinion.
And, here you go. You're looking at this right here, and you're like, my gosh, that's a lot of money for all these.
I do want that man bat though.
That man bat that's pretty dope.
Yeah, he looks amazing.
And so
I wish they'd reissue the Mr. Freeze. That's a pretty pricey figure now in the secondary market.
Yeah, Mondo's pretty good stuff. And I'm looking. I got Skeletor, He-Man, and the Beast Man.
Nice.
And I don't think I mentioned it in a video, but I know someone asked me. I think it was Archer. We pre-ordered the Tila. The recent drop of Tila.
That just went up, right?
Yeah, that just went up. So, I mean, I've seen the other figures and they look great. It's just for shelf space and, just the theme of the shelves. I think Tila would kind of cap it off outside of having a Battle Cat, and a Panther. So,
well, I've had some issues with the Masters of the Universe ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got 4. I've got Sabretooth, Wolverine, He-Man, and animated series Batman. And all of them, except Wolverine, I have to use the figure stands.
Yeah.
Oh, really? The ankles are weak?
Yeah, a little bit of weak ankles. They're really heavy figure. I mean, they're solid.
They're very top heavy.
Yeah, they are. They're solid figure. I mean, they're just a solid chunk of plastic. And because you have to use the bases, it does take up a lot of, I got 4 chunky 12-inch figures over there with their bases, with the figure stands, which are the big ovals at the bottom. I mean, I might could fit on one, and you guys know these are Billy shelves. You might could fit 6 or 7 on a shelf, but even that's going to be a little crowded,
Yeah.
So.
I got
on the He-Man. I got the one that was the ultimate one, whatever it was called, where it was
got all the different armors.
Yeah, with all the different armors. But his shield broke really easy. Like the strap
really?
on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, it broke. It was way too easy.
Yeah.
Now it just has the one strap, so I kind of have to have it angled in a certain way so it doesn't keep collapsing.
Yeah, I got
that stinks.
That deluxe Skeletor is what really did it for me because the He-Man came in first.
Yeah,
I have the regular Skeletor, and that one has an issue where he's holding his staff, but it's so heavy that it keeps tipping his hand over.
Yeah, mine does that. Yeah.
I need a Skeletor. That's what I'm looking for. But Man Collects, yes, my Mondo Sabretooth same way. Ankles are weak. He pretty much, because he is extremely top heavy.
Yeah.
Because all the fur and everything. He's a big guy up top anyways, and then you add that big chunk of plastic fur on him.
Mm-hmm.
He has to have figure stand, and that's like the only figures in the whole room that I use a figure stand with. None of the other ones do I use figure stands.
I have mine on figure stands because they're actually in my Detolf, and I don't want them to tip. And of course,
every time you open the door, it shakes them down.
So Jacob's got a good question. I've watched the first, I think, 3 or 4 episodes of the X-Men '97. I like it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I think it's been great.
Yeah.
So
there's only one episode I haven't really dug. It was, I think, the 4th one. But besides that, I think it's been phenomenal.
I have to ask because, again, I say it all the time, and it's not to poke jabs at anybody, but I've never seen, and that's not like I'm avoiding it. I've never seen X-Men 97. That's blasphemy to all of us, but
Wait,
I've never
what
seen
do
it.
you mean you've never seen X-Men?
He never saw the original X-Men show.
I've
You've
never seen X-Men
the
97.
original, like, 90s
No.
X-Men show?
No.
Wow.
Not one episode. And it's not like I'm fighting it. It never, I was already out of reality. I was in, what I did. So I was gone for so many years.
It was like early 90s. It was like 92.
Yeah. And like I said, I was already detached.
You already detached.
I joined the service in 96. So it's just like, it's, I'm already on
that. So.
Yeah, but once I joined, I again detached from reality. But my question is, do I have to watch the whole first generation? Okay.
No.
And you know what's funny? I did find about this episode, the first episode with Mr. Sinister in the background. They act like they'd never seen him before, but Mr. Sinister had like a whole season.
He was on it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I'm actually going back through right now and I'm binge watching the entire original animated series.
Honestly,
and Mr. Sinister is literally a big part of the first season.
Yeah,
I don't think it holds up great.
I mean, to me, they've ruined it by saying, "Well, this is a continuation." But has he wiped everybody's minds that he didn't exist in the first series or something?
Did you say spoiler alert? No, I'm just kidding.
One thing I want to say about the original cartoon
is great for its time.
It was great for its time, but in going back and binge watching it now, I'm picking up on a lot of things you didn't pick up on as a kid, and I've binge watched like the first season 10 times, so I could almost tell you every single thing that's going to happen in every single episode. But beyond that, it's always been hit or miss, because the first season is really what they just kept re-airing over and over. It's like those were the ones when we were kids. They just played that first season constantly. But they were so good at just putting in so many characters. Such a vast array of characters is in that cartoon. But kind of as Fantastic said, the cartoon itself, it's like going back and watching old TMNT cartoons. You watch them nowadays and you're like, I love this for the nostalgia feel, the vibe of this was a cool 80s, 90s cartoon. It's not a great cartoon. Nobody gets hurt. It's just like
if you want to get disappointed, go watch. And I tried this. Go watch a He-Man cartoon.
Yeah, I was just going to say He-Man's unwatchable.
So you say that, but when you go back and watch the He-Man and She-Ra movie, whatever that was called,
no, I'm sorry.
I feel good about that. You're right. Those first seasons,
I can't.
Of Transformers, it's like, okay, we're seeing the same thing over and over every single episode.
Yeah, but with G.I. Joe, I've watched a couple times in the room, and with X-Men 97, I'm definitely looking forward to doing, because I need to do myself that favor and just at least watch it so I have a good opinion of it.
Yeah.
I think to answer your question, I don't think you have to.
Okay.
I don't think you
don't. Yeah.
They kind of, there's enough exposition where you'll know what's going on.
All right, quick question. Anyone not buy a figure because you'll want the rest? Just made a mistake because I bought Nightcrawler 97.
I think every one of us has this problem.
Absolutely.
I don't think we don't buy it. I think we buy it.
Yeah, you're in the wrong spot, pal.
I just picked this up this week. That right there, and
nice.
This I got Jean Grey and Magneto, and that Magneto is a massive. So here he is right here. I just unboxed him today. This is a massive improvement over the Love Triangle 3-pack Magneto.
Really?
Oh, massive. Looks so much better. He looks so much better.
Now, how's it compare to the Mafex?
Mafex is hard to beat, period.
See, that's the thing. It's like I have most of them in Mafex. I'm like,
yeah.
Like I picked up Nightcrawler because they haven't made a Mafex Nightcrawler.
Right.
So I'll kind of put him in the display for now as a placeholder.
Right. Can you imagine how cool a Mafex Nightcrawler is going to be though when they actually do it? But this guy, if Magneto Love Triangle is your Magneto, immediately right now, throw it in the trash can and go get this guy off Amazon for like $17 is what I think is what I paid for him on Amazon this week.
Wow.
So the cape, like the other Magneto like the cape like comes up over the shoulders. It just kind of
Mhm.
looks dumb. Like
Yeah.
they fixed that on this one. They fixed his face so it looks better. The gauntlets on his arm, they're painted on the other one. They're just painted onto his arm. These are molded in. These are actually molded. So it's just the entire figure is just a better, so much better figure. It looks better on the shelf beside the other X-Men. The other one just looks weird. It's well worth the upgrade if you're rolling with that Love Triangle 3-pack Magneto. I mean, no, not Love Triangle. It's the 3-pack of the. I'm thinking Wolverine, Cyclops, and
you're talking about him, Quicksilver,
and Scarlet
Witch.
Family Matters.
Family Matters, and the Jean in the 97 is a massive upgrade over the Love Triangle Jean. She looks 10 times better than that Love Triangle Jean.
You guys are such a bad influence on me. I tell you, man, because like I just said I don't know X-Men 97, but I love the figures. I got the Pumpkinhead, I got the Nightcrawler, the first wave, and all that. They look great, and that's what I love about them. It's like those are unique characters, special, different powers, and they look good.
Now you're mixing animated
also,
series, JB.
But no, I know, but that's what I'm getting at is with Marvel, just in general, and that's why I'm not in Star Wars right now. It's like I see all these awesome, these different Marvel characters just coming out. It's really awesome.
One thing I will say though, these right here, you can't tell that they're made for an animated show when you put them beside your other Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
So you don't. They don't. The ones that were in the VHSs, you could tell those something was different with those because of the cell shading and everything. So they didn't necessarily fit right in with your regular comic book.
Right.
These X-Men 97 figures, they were smart. They did these so that they would fit right in with the rest of your Marvel Legends, and there's no difference in them. It doesn't look like you're buying some cell shaded cartoon version.
Right.
All right. So anyways, Dan, so let's into the next.
So I don't know much about Cowboys. Were you part of the Cowboys in Man Cave?
I had about 3 or 4 Cowboys of Mesa figures growing up.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily know a lot about them. I just had the figures. I think there was a cartoon maybe that went along with it. I don't remember the cartoon as a kid. I just remember having the figures.
Yeah. So Nate Sales jumping into another line here with Cowboys of Mesa. So
I'm excited about it because the figures
look good.
Are amazing.
They look good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to jump into our subject just so we don't run out of time.
Yeah, let's do that because I'm starting.
But at the same time, Man Cave, you said you and your wife went on a date and you got to actually see Ghostbusters.
I did, and I will say that is my movie. That was going to be my movie, Ghostbusters. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm a massive Ghostbusters fan. I have tried my best to separate the fact that they'll never make another Ghostbusters 1 and 2. You just can't do it. The 4 Ghostbusters ain't alive. We're missing one of them, unfortunately. And I know a lot of people, on the fence with this Ghostbusters movie, but I think they did a good job of putting the original cast in there just enough so that us old folks, got that nostalgia vibe, the nostalgia hit that we needed. But also introducing the new cast and letting them play a really big role in, saving the day. So it was a fantastic movie. I very much enjoyed it. Entertaining. I'll definitely be buying the digital release and watching it again as soon as it comes out.
How was it compared to Afterlife? I haven't seen it yet.
Afterlife
was it as good or not as good?
There were aspects of it that was better. I love that the new cast played a bigger role. I mean, the old cast, Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Winston Zeddemore, they played a much bigger role in this one than they did in the original movie.
Okay.
However, that final scene in the original movie where Egon shows up, I cried like 3 times watching that.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. This movie could not match the emotional pull that one had. But as far as just fun factor, I would say it's right there with it, as far as fun factor. But I didn't walk away from it with the feeling I did with the first one because of what they did with Egon.
Yeah.
That just what they did was perfectly done with Egon in Afterlife.
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
still want to see that and Godzilla Kong, but at this point, I'm like, I'll probably just end up waiting for digital for both of them.
I was going to say Ghostbusters. The way they do digital nowadays, you wait another month or two, it'll be in your house.
HBO Max or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to cheat. I didn't do a movie. I'm going to do Fallout. Fallout is I've started watching that, and it's actually really good.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've watched the first 2 episodes, and it's really good.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
That's good to hear. I love when they can take a video game adaptation and turn it into a good show.
And I don't know anything about the video game. You know me.
They're very true to the game.
Okay. Are they? Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's good.
That's cool. See, that makes me excited for movies, for shows or movies like God of War. If they can really come in and if they can make a Fallout.
Like it's not like Last of Us where it follows the game beat for beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit its own thing, but it's definitely in that Fallout world, and there's so much familiar if you've played the games. Like Last of Us followed the game, pretty much more or less all the way through, but this one not so much, but it definitely has the feel of the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that one. Real quick, let's take some questions real quick. Dan, do you have any Marvel Legends on your list you want? I could tell you a couple. Do you want this way? Same goes with you, Man Cave JB. And
I don't have like a huge list like I used to because, I've got the basic figures that I really want in my collection now. I've narrowed it down so much. I've literally got what I'm looking for. Is there ever going to be upgrades? Do I need a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider? Yes. Do I need this particular version of Iron Fist? Probably, because I like the open chest version. So, anything else? No, I'm good. I've already got a Warbird.
No, you need the Pharaoh coming out.
I do need the Pharaoh. That one is one that I need to order, but it's so freaking expensive.
Oh, it is?
Well, yeah, they're $25 each. I don't like spending full price.
Oh my goodness.
Which is another question up in the chat about pricing. What should you do?
Yeah.
Now, don't get on to me about spending $25 whenever you're still holding off on stuff because you think it's going to go on sale.
Starting to act like you. Do you guys like the Bad Batch interest or no? Just asking. It's pretty good.
I've never watched Bad Batch.
Yeah, JB, you can maybe answer that one. Is that more your one?
Well, I want to watch the most recent. I just haven't had a chance to watch really anything. So definitely want to watch it because I've watched the first 2 seasons. So
I've watched the first 3 episodes, I think, of the newest season. It's good. I just haven't had a chance to finish it. I think I heard just about done, or close to done.
Yeah, I think it's on the back half. Yeah.
So this right here is one I really want to see. Godzilla -1. They say
that's one Ola talked about last time.
Yeah.
So Godzilla -1. That's actually not correct. It's going to be streaming in Japan, Amazon Japan.
In May. That's right.
In May, not domestically. And you can order from Amazon Japan the Blu-ray or 4K, but it's not going to be subtitled.
Right.
Nice.
I heard fall.
If you know Japanese, great. But if you don't, I think the domestic release is from the rumors are it's going to be September.
I heard fall time frame, so that was what I heard as well.
Being stationed overseas and just watching TV and movies with the language you don't understand, it's just fun anyways. It's just really awesome.
However, Godzilla -1 is an amazing movie. Incredible movie.
All right, quick question. I got a question for everyone. Which cons are you guys looking forward to for the rest of this year? I'll answer first real quick. Heroes Con here in Charlotte. I don't do a whole lot of traveling, just too many kids, too many little kids. I can't really do a whole lot of traveling at the moment, but Hickory Toy Con is a really good one around here. It is fantastic. Just a ton of vintage toys. And then Heroes Con. Those will be my 2 probably for the upcoming near future. And then the one JB you mentioned, there's a little thing at Gamers Alley, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Is that coming up here pretty soon?
Yeah, I was actually thinking of the date. I was thinking of the date today because I was like, when are we going back up? So if we're free that weekend, we'll be up for that. And I think it's is his name Mike over at Gamers?
Scott.
I forgot it. Scott.
Yeah.
They mentioned when they were down there at Toylanta that they're going to have something big. So looking forward to that. I know I'm going up for Heroes and Joe Fest in
Nice.
Augusta. Meet back up with Big Dub and all those guys. And I
They're
think
gonna let you
Kent's
spend the
coming down.
night.
What was that?
Says he's gonna let you spend the night.
Where in
Big
Augusta?
Dub. Yeah.
Oh no. We got a room up there. No, because he's
So the one at Gamers is this weekend.
Oh, it is this weekend. Okay.
It's
Sunday?
21st.
Is that Sunday?
Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
Marsha, leave it in the comments. Are we going?
Fantastic. What you looking for? You got any cons on the docket?
I have one coming up in May. It's actually another wrestling con. It's called I think 80s Wrestling Con in New Jersey, where there's going to be just a lot of those like kind of second tier wrestling guys there. You know, the Jake the Snakes, Ted DiBiase's, Demolition, those kind of guys. So I'm going to get. I want to get Demolition and Powers of Pain because I have their the little ones. They're like the like the Hasbros, those 2-packs.
Yeah.
Forget which company did it. Was it Cella? But anyways, so I want to get those signed, and I have some local cons coming up, and I think I'm going to do New York Comic Con this year.
I would love to see a new movie.
A new what?
A new what?
Gremlins.
Yes.
Gremlins.
Yes. I was going to ask you guys, what's your thoughts on a new Gremlins? Is it,
Does the original still hold up? I think it does.
Oh, the original absolutely still holds up.
Yeah.
I think there's rumors that there is going to be a new one.
I think I heard the same rumors.
Yeah.
And if they do, Gremlins, I think is one of those movies where it's going to appeal to us, and then of course, not super young kids, but kids young enough to watch that.
It's
stuff.
kind of amazing that they haven't done one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, I'm kind of glad they didn't, because I think now
But that's like an easy property that they could like continue.
but they could do it now. I think right now is a
that's what
good
I mean.
time to strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right now's a good
today's
time to strike.
CGI, the Gremlins will
Right.
look amazing in today's
That's-
CGI.
yeah.
You know.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
the new Beetlejuice is coming out, so I mean, why not Gremlins?
I don't know what this means. Anybody know what this? Who's willing to drop true TROU on the panel? You're gonna have to give us more than that to like this. I'm not sure what you're talking about, buddy.
Yeah.
But we will answer that question.
I
All
know
right,
some
JB, so
slang, but yeah.
Have you had a chance to watch anything lately?
A little bit, and I was fortunate going back to the whole family thing. And I don't care what you guys say. Kung Fu Panda 4. You're welcome.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
It was the first Kung Fu Panda movie that I watched in the theater since the first one. It was with both my boys, and my son, his family, and our granddaughter. So, I mean, what else do you want? The whole theater was to ourselves. The brand new theater is just amazing. Popcorn. That's all you need. It was good.
Wow,
Great
that's
time.
awesome.
Yeah,
It is cool. Anybody going to San Diego Comic-Con? I'm going to probably guess no.
No,
Yeah,
we're on the opposite coast.
I don't know. San Diego is JB's old stomping grounds, right?
yeah.
It's
I
a
mean, I
long
was raised there. As a kid. I'd love to.
San Diego Comic Con is definitely a bucket list thing for me. Like I'd love to do. I definitely want to do it at some point.
I think one day, but since I got the 1, 2, 3 of you guys, San Diego Comic Con and that con and who's con, I'm telling you, Toylanta. I'm just saying, Toylanta next year. You guys better come down.
I wanted to do Toylanta, but like with all the Mania stuff that I had going on, I couldn't make it happen this year.
There was something really special, and you guys saw it not just on my video, but all the videos. When we get together, it's special. And when I noticed that, when Seth gets with his guys down in Florida, it's special. And, there's different pockets of it. But when you could get something especially close to all of us or a short flight down, it was a good time. And I think that's another thing where I didn't pick up a lot from Toylanta, because a lot of it was just hanging out, laughing, talking, filming, and enjoying what the community, in my opinion, is really about. Sometimes it was really cool. So hopefully you guys can make it down to Toylanta. I'd definitely like to see that happen.
Definitely want to next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it happen. I mean, I'm skipping work to go to Heroes and Joe Fest. My work knows that, so I don't care if they see this, but yeah. But I'll be skipping work again to go to Toyland next year.
There you go. Dan, do you want to see some 12-inch Marvel Legends?
I mean, of course, yeah. I'd love for them to put 12-inch Build-A-Figures back out there.
So you're
deluxe.
you're thinking just like the giant figures, that type of thing, but not necessarily the 12-inch Marvel Legends.
No, I don't care anything about that.
Yeah, because they've done a handful, right? They did Deadpool, Wolverine, Thor.
Yeah,
They've done a bunch of
Yeah, I
them.
think they did Captain America, didn't they?
Captain America, Black Suit, and
Black
regular
Panther,
suit
everybody,
fighting. Mm-hmm. Yep, they did a good many of them. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, so did we cover everybody's movies?
The only other thing, I watched the new Roadhouse.
Yes.
Oh, good. I enjoyed it. Did you like it? You didn't like it? Oh,
I gotta watch
the fight
it.
scenes were
I
amazing.
just love the original so much that
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
they couldn't hold up to it.
I've never seen the original. Me and my wife watched it together, and we've never seen the original, so we didn't have anything to compare.
You still
it to.
haven't watched the original?
I've still never seen the original.
Everybody
Dude.
leave it in the comments. Blasphemy. After you hit the like button.
One of the greatest guilty pleasure movies of all time.
So in the
I really don't think they'll like it. I don't think they'll like the original.
You don't? I don't know how you don't like the original.
We enjoyed it because we watched it when it was original. I don't think that they can go back and watch a movie that's that old again.
I don't know. Swayze was so good in it. Like Sam Elliott was badass. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I give it a shot. If it's easy to stream somewhere, if I can see it easy to stream, maybe I can sit down.
I think it's on Amazon Prime now because of the new one. So
okay, it might be. It might be.
Toy Lactus is telling us, where's the guy who looks like Vince Russo? He's usually on these streams. I'm assuming he's talking about Jersey.
Who is Vince Russo?
No, he's talking about Century. I could see this. I see the symbol. I see the resemblance.
Well, but Jersey and Century are the same person too. So
Well,
they're brothers, right? Aren't they brothers?
Yeah, Red announced them as brothers. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, man, y'all are getting me blasted in the comments over here for not seeing the original Roadhouse. Man,
have you ever seen any movie with Patrick Swayze in it?
I feel terrible. I can't say I've ever sat down and watched a full Patrick Swayze movie.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You never saw
muting.
Point Break?
I don't know what that is.
Point Break is amazing. And they redid that one too.
You've never seen Point Break?
Him and Keanu Reeves. Oh,
dude, Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze are magic together.
So good.
Oh my God, fantastic! You're gonna get me in even more trouble. So my wife tells me that Ghost is a really good movie.
Dirty Dancing.
Never watched.
I don't care.
know what that is.
I'll admit it. I love that movie.
Yep.
Okay,
that's actually a good one.
So I know what Dirty Dancing is. I've never watched it, but my wife loves Ghost, and she says we're going to watch it together. That is a movie she has actually mentioned recently.
Ghost is okay, but like Dirty Dancing, Point Break.
That one actually does hold up. You have to
watch dude. You need to do a double feature of Point Break and Roadhouse, and you will feel like a real man.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So it'll be life changing. Okay.
It will.
All right. So
unsubbing, make sure everybody subs to Man Cave's channel if you haven't already. And
find us, you can. Leopard, give me until our next live stream before you unsub, and let me see if I can fit these movies in, and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh my God!
I carried the water.
Wait, hold on. You never saw Red Dawn?
No.
Oh,
is that the one with? Is that the one with Thor in it?
That was the remake. That was
everything's been remade.
I've seen the remake of Red Dawn. I've never seen the original Red Dawn.
The original was fantastic. Also Swayze.
And I'm over here feeling bad because I didn't watch X-Men '97. Come on, man.
Right. I mean,
I'm just
this guy hasn't seen
on my Stanley Cup, guys. Come on, let me.
Have you seen a little movie called Star Wars?
I have seen that, but Patrick Swayze.
Sad thing is, hold on. Man Cave.
Mm-hmm.
You first started collecting and doing your YouTube. Had you seen Star Wars at that point? No.
Ooh.
No. Well, now I think I saw Star Wars, but it was late in my. I was an adult when I watched Star Wars.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I went to the theater and saw like the Phantom Menace, maybe, but I had no clue what I was watching.
So he didn't watch the original 70s.
Hold on a second. So
Right,
when Phantom Menace came out in '99, at that point, you have never seen New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return.
When he first started his channel, he asked me, which order should I watch these in?
Right. Not all the way through had I seen them. Now, I had seen bits and pieces here and there of all the movies. But as far as sitting down and literally watching from beginning to end, I was an adult when I did that.
You know, Daniel, I kind of blame you, really. I mean, what kind of friend are you that you let him grow up and not see these movies?
Well, we were looking for girls and we were actually playing ball and stuff like that. So
we all were, but I mean, come on.
I have to say though, guys, one thing, you have to realize that, and this is true, Star Wars, by the time I was born and then old enough to like start understanding what I was seeing, Star Wars had kind of taken a back seat. Even the toys like had kind of taken a back seat, and everything was Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. Because you got to remember, I'm behind you guys. Y'all kind of hit right in that, like right in the vein of that. By the time I come through, because when did the Star Wars line kind of stop? 85?
85, yeah.
This is when he was born.
So
right?
see, I was right. I mean,
well, you were born in 85.
No, I was born in 83.
Okay.
Right. So obviously at 2 years old, you know, I was 2 years old when the lines basically quit. Well, I wasn't playing with Star Wars, you know, I was playing with Sesame
but like the thing is, like you were still into Transformers.
I was. That's true.
I had a universe. That was all from the same time period.
It was. But for whatever reason, Star Wars just didn't come across my plate. I don't know why.
There was no cartoons. There was.
We blame my parents. Blame my parents. I guess they just.
I blame Daniel. That's what I blame.
He had all the toys and he never brought them to the basketball court.
That's right.
It could have been the holiday special and parents saw it and they said, we're never going to watch this. With
That's true.
Kids.
That is
true. Could have been. That's true. It could have been.
All right. So let's get into this real quick. Stop making fun of Man Cave for his youngness.
That's right. Yeah. My sub count is just drastically dropping as we continue this live stream.
Just bleeding.
I have to say that this was probably one of the best reveals that the Marvel Legends team has done in a while.
Oh man, absolutely.
I'm probably the only one not in agreement. I think I know where you're going with this.
You're not in agreement with that, okay?
Let's see.
Okay, go ahead and show up, Man Cave.
All right. Well, there's nothing for me to click on.
Hang on.
Come on, man. You're normally better than this. Come on, listen.
You're the pilot. You're the captain.
Like I say, I don't watch Patrick Swayze movies, and my tech guy falls apart over here. Here we go. This is awesome. The Carol Danvers, the Astonishing Wolverine. That's something we've been needing. The Luke Cage looks great. The Iron Fist looks great. I know you guys are going to jump on that Ghost Rider.
It will be nice to get back in the Riders waves. I'd love to see more Rider stuff again if we can.
Yeah.
And I know we just got Hawkeye, so this is another one of those. So
get a Punisher.
Like with that Ghost Rider, I'm like, I have the old Marvel Legend Ghost Rider set, and I have the Mezco one. I'm like, do I really need that one?
You got a point since you got the Mezco.
Yeah. What was that?
I said you got a point since you got the Mezco. What are you gonna say, JB?
No, I don't know if I don't know about the Ghost Rider. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Do we have better pictures of the Ghost Rider?
Sure.
That's the one from last year. What's the difference? I can't tell. Is it the knees?
Well, it's two different Ghost Riders. That's
Johnny Blaze, right? And this is Reyes. What's his name?
No, this is Danny Ketch.
Danny Ketch. Yeah.
There you go. I'm the guy. I got a Ghost Rider on my shelf, and that's
good enough. Well, Johnny Blaze is to me the epitome or the main Ghost Rider to me.
Me too. Yeah,
that's true. I agree with that. Johnny Blaze is the guy.
I'm over. Yeah, okay. It does look a lot better, actually. Yeah, okay.
But I have to say, this is my bike. This is the bike that I like better.
Well, you like Danny's bike better than kind of the traditional.
Yep.
So do you have? Do any of you guys have the original, the one that come out many years ago? It's now like $120 figure.
I think Oleg's got it on card still.
Oh, he's got it on card. Okay, so that that was a Johnny Blaze. Dan? Do you like it better than this, or do you like
the rider?
Yeah.
No. I would like this one better, but I would get both.
Okay. Let's see what's fantastic. That one, yes. So you like this better than kind of that original look, kind of that more classic look. You would prefer this.
I would.
Okay. What about you? What about you?
I prefer this one, but I mean,
okay.
That's me.
And JB, I guess you don't really. Do you care?
What
do you got?
I don't. I got my Ghost Rider on a Harley, and I'm good.
Is that the Wolverine? Is that the Wolverine bike?
No, it's a Harley Davidson bike.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the one. It looks like the one Wolverine came on.
No, he fell off. But yeah.
Okay, so kind of back to our original statement of me saying this is probably one of the best streams that they've done in a while. JB kind of disagreed. Why?
It was the Ghost Rider, just because I don't know Ghost Rider. And again, going back to the whole Marvel thing, it looks good. I'm not as enthused as 99% of the people who are into Marvel. So I knew I would be the one standout for that.
Gotcha.
But
it's the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, but again, it looks good, and I'm okay with what I got too.
I will say this: for this to be a celebration of 85 years of Marvel, I'm not seeing that.
Right. Yeah. But don't you think maybe this is just kind of the beginning of that?
No, there's only 10.
Oh, there's only 10 figures in the whole celebration of 85 years?
You got these 7, and then you got a leak that we're getting
a Rock.
Hulkbuster.
Where's that at? How are we seeing that?
So right here in this little picture, when you zoom in, you see this box says Hulkbuster.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Now
that is interesting.
Now you're, yeah.
Of course, it's going to be comic based instead of movie based.
That I'm loving that.
And then the other thing is down here, Amazon put in their thing that we're going to be getting Odin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the 10th is going to be yet.
What do you think of Scar?
Scar looks amazing. He definitely needed an upgrade from the one that was in the Fin Fang Boom.
He did. But the funny part is too is it's 85 years, and then they pick a guy who's been around for 15.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you would think they would really want to bring in like the classic character for the 85-year celebration.
That reminds me of Seinfeld. It's like, who's the advertising genius on that one? So that's good.
I mean, Scar just should have been an upgrade, maybe not part of a special wave. Scar could have been. He could have been a Build-A-Figure. Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, that's a
good,
big
though.
figure. Yeah, he does look great.
8 inches tall, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily been a Build-A-Figure for them. So, but I like it. It just seems to me, I'm with Dan. I didn't know it was going to be limited to only 10. If it was only going to be 10, it should have been 10 very classic characters in my
But
mind.
the problem with that is they pretty much just did those classics whenever they did the Iron Man and the Thor and the Cap.
Yeah. The Hulk.
That one was.
The Hulk and then they did the
I'm
Toad.
guessing that was probably the 75 year or something, maybe.
It's weird that they can do these things. Like those figures just come out 2 years ago, and they were 75, and now all of a sudden we got 85 2 years later. How does that
Actually,
work?
I think that was the 80th. That was what that was celebrating, was 80 years.
Was that 5 years ago? Though?
Or was it 20 years of? No, there was a 20.
Man.
Okay, so the Toad was 20 years of Marvel Legends.
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 20 something.
Why does Luke Cage need brass knuckles?
Doesn't he? Because he had him in the comics some, right?
Why does he need it?
Well, that's a good point, considering his basically his knuckles are as strong as brass to begin with. Well, he needs it because look how cool that looks.
I was just gonna say that it's a cool look. Come on now,
right?
It's just If it was legal, I'd walk around with brass knuckles every day. You know, that's
Hey,
actually my next toy hunt. I'm going to be filming. I'm going to have brass knuckles and just see if anyone notices.
Hey, what do you wear? Are you wearing Easy Spirits or are you wearing Jordans? They both are shoes that can walk around just the same, but now you want the cool looking Jordans.
You got to wear Jordans.
You know?
That's right. You got to wear the J's.
All right, how y'all doing with the haulathon?
Good. I'm done.
Like they're killing us by putting this much stuff out at one time.
Yeah,
killing us.
So if you go in
I
and buy all
passed
that,
on most of it. The only one I got was the Predator.
Yeah.
what's that going to run you if you go in and pick all that up?
I think it was $600 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$600 something bucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the thing is, I mean, we all have most of this at in some very close iteration.
That's
You know,
true.
it's mostly repackaged.
Yeah,
And,
especially the turtles. I mean, how many times have they released?
I mean,
the
how many
cartoon
times
turtles?
can you rebuy the same turtles?
I'm
Yeah.
really shocked that they released both the 4-pack of turtles and the other individual 4 turtles all at the same time. I figured they would have like spread that out sometime.
Yeah. Outside of the Universal Monster Turtles, that 4-pack is my first set of turtles, really. So.
Did you guys see the crossover Mattel showed of the wrestlers and the turtles?
Yeah, those are cool looking.
Yeah.
Those are cool looking,
Those are
like
cool
the
looking.
Casey, like the Cody Rhodes, Casey Jones.
That one looks the best.
That looks
really
awesome.
like. Yeah, I like that one the best.
So this question kind of plays right into our next topic of conversation, and we'll finish up the night with this because we want to go about 2 hours or about 1 hour and 45 minutes in. But I watched this trailer right as we were getting ready to sign on here.
Me
I've
too.
not really taken
Me
the time
too.
to watch it up to this point.
We did our homework 2
That's
minutes
right.
before.
So I want to hear everybody's comments on it. Guys, in the comment section, drop your comments on what do you think of the Transformers 1 trailer. If you've not watched it, YouTube it right quick so you can follow along as we talk about it here. Just my quick first thoughts, and we'll do a roundtable, is I absolutely believe this is for children.
I agree.
I think this is the Toy Story of the Transformers universe. You know, there's Woody and Buzz, Megatron and Optimus Prime.
You know what? I got a sense almost Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe fun. Definitely going to be a fun kind of making fun of, you know, kind of goofing down the Transformers world a little bit. I could see it being very fun for that, you know, 5-year-old to 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
You know, I could see that. Fantastic. Go ahead. What do you think?
I have less than zero interest in it. Definitely not for me. I mean, that's not our Transformers.
No, it's not. It is not.
I mean, having Optimus Prime and Megatron running around like buddies, acting nothing like Optimus Prime and Megatron.
But
I mean, but the thing is, if they lay kind of like hints and, you know, but I don't think it's going to be that deep. Like,
if you notice near the end, we don't see Megatron with him as much, do we? Near the end of the trailer.
I mean, if they showed, like, you know, if they planted the seeds of like the schism between them, that would be maybe interesting. But I don't know if they're going to go there. I don't know.
Do you guys, you know, I know all of your kids are older, so y'all aren't really watching the kitty shows probably as much anymore. Some of you may not, but Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Great one.
I love it. But this reminds
show.
me. It reminds me of that. This trailer reminded me of like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, but the Transformers version.
You know, you hit that. That's a great way to put it, because when we're, you know, with the granddaughter, me, Marcia, the son, and K-Bob, we're watching that, and that's where my granddaughter knows Spider-Gwen, and you know, we're out toy hunting, or if she sees something in the room, she's like, oh, that's Rhino, or that's the Hulk. But it's the kiddie version, and that's a great. I could see that with this as well.
Yeah, and it's very, you know, the kids in the neighborhood playing in the backyard, fun. You know, nobody's gonna die. Nobody's
Doc Ock. Yeah.
Yes. they make fun of the villains. They like make fun of the villain to beat them. It's just that's what I picture.
Yeah.
That's what I picture.
I mean, ultimately, it's not for a 48-year-old man.
It's not. I would say the demographic here has absolutely nothing to do with us.
Okay, so did Mutant Mayhem go to a 40-year-old man?
I don't think so.
It didn't, but I love Mutant Mayhem.
I did. I enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed Mutant Mayhem as well, but I don't think it was aimed at us either.
So, but I think, Dan, I know where you're going with this. So we could potentially enjoy this one if we look at it from that, I guess you could say, perspective or from that lens.
I agree.
Listen, if it comes out, gets great reviews, and people love it, I mean, I'll certainly give it a chance.
So, Oleg, since you're part of the bloodline, you just got to remember we won. Transformers won. So this is part of the bloodline. You got to be part of the bloodline.
It will be interesting to see. Honestly, I'm cheering for this thing because I think getting a younger generation into anything that we enjoyed as kids only pays benefit. Yeah, it only pays benefit.
How about just get us that Transformers G.I. Joe crossover they teased? How about that?
Yeah, the movie on that.
Yeah.
I'm so concerned about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how well it'll go.
It has potential to be awesome.
If anybody can screw it up, though, Hollywood will. We know.
Yeah, but that Rise of the Beast, I thought was a really good movie.
I did too. Pretty good. I thought they did a good job with it.
It wasn't great, but I thought it was one of the better Transformers movies for sure.
Yep. And again, and Dan Cave knows this about me. Whenever I come out of a movie, I got something to complain about it.
Yeah, you
do. Same thing with Rise of the Beast. It was an awesome movie, but I would have cut this. That kind of.
I would have cut the human characters out.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. To be determined. What's the release date on it? Does anybody know the release date on Transformers?
I think September.
Okay, so it's not too far off.
Ooh, that might miss too, because September. What happens? Most young, kids and teenagers are all going back to school. So it's like, are they going to miss something there? They have to hit it before Labor Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going to be some interesting movies coming out around that time. Because the Crow remake is coming out in August.
Planet of the Apes.
That's soon.
Yeah.
That's like in a couple weeks.
Cannot wait for that one.
Yeah. I love this whole new iteration of Planet of the Apes movies, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
There's a fourth movie coming for Planet of the Apes?
Like 2 weeks.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah, it really does.
That's cool. I'm actually going through right now, and you guys may have already seen them, but I'm watching all the Harry Potter movies.
Have you never seen them?
I've never seen them. So
make sure you go watch Twilight too while you're at it.
So my wife came up during the Harry Potter craze, so she's a little younger than all of us. So she come up through Harry Potter and she loves them, and she's killing the Hogwarts game on PS5 right now. She's addicted to that. And she's like, listen, you got to sit down and watch them. So, I'm such an old man at night that I can only, once I put my head on a pillow, you got about 7 minutes. So that's how we're watching Harry Potter, is in 7 minute increments.
That's because
you'll be done in about 4 years. That's
right. So I'm thinking around 2027, 28, I'll be done with Harry Potter. Then.
Each one of those movies is like 2.5 hours long.
I know.
There's 8 of them.
I say 7 minutes. It literally has taken us like 4 to 5 nights per movie. It's driving my wife insane. I think she literally, if she could bring me back to life, may choke me. She would.
So are you enjoying it?
I love them.
Okay.
They are
that's
fantastic.
good.
They're fantastic.
How far are you into them?
We're actually on part 1 of the 7th movie, part 1.
Oh, okay.
We just started that today. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so you've already almost done.
Yeah, we've been binge watching them now for a while, and it is really good. I have to say, it is a really good movie. I just kind of thought it was more kiddish. There's definitely some aspects to this movie that is not kiddish.
No, dude, it's got some dark undertones.
It does. It was surprising to me. I didn't realize that. I just pictured it like a.
Which one's your favorite so far? I'm curious.
6 probably. 6, and now so far what I've seen in 7 is really fun so far. So
See, I always enjoyed Prisoner of Azkaban the most.
that was good. What was that? That was the
third
one
one.
where Sirius Black,
Yeah, when he first appears, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And what a shock that whole storyline was.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's the cool thing, and what my wife's enjoyed watching me is just the shock of everything. You think this is going one way, and then all of a sudden it's something totally different from what you thought it was. I would highly recommend, if you guys have not seen Harry Potter.
I couldn't get through the first one. I haven't seen any of them. That and Lord of the Rings.
I will tell you that was
the first Lord of the Rings.
There's like kind of like
oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Nothing.
I really like the first one a lot too. There's like
Harry Potter.
So
it got better to me. The first one for me, I was just kind of like, oh man, I got 6 more of these, and then it just slowly got better and better.
Oh, I love the first one actually.
Yeah,
I tried Lord of the Rings recently, and I had to stop when what's his name, Frodo,
Frodo.
Yeah, that whatever that guy. I can't just sit there and just keep watching and listen. I can't stand.
Are you
that.
serious?
Yeah, I hate Lord of the Rings.
So good.
I can't. This is blasphemous. I
No,
can't watch Game of Thrones because to me it reminds me aesthetically too much of Lord of the Rings.
Oh no, there's
So-
nothing alike.
Yes,
nothing.
I know they're not. But
I just
aesthetically,
finished. I just finished Game of
I
Thrones.
can't stand Lord of the Rings. I've never I just hate it.
Even the
And
show.
then I tried watching The
It was
Hobbit.
so good.
I tried
Hobbit was
watching The
awful.
Hobbit. But I couldn't make it half an hour into the first movie. I turned it off. I was like, this is just terrible.
There has never. Okay, let me ask you guys this before we end up. You just answered the question, but literally, there's only been one movie in my entire life that I have not finished the movie.
Point Break.
No, it was that Fantastic Four reboot that they did.
Oh yeah,
Zach and I both fell asleep
yeah.
halfway through it and never finished it.
yeah.
But other than that, I finished every
which
single
one?
movie.
Wait,
Reboot.
which one?
The reboot.
Oh, the one that came out like kind of recently.
I mean,
The
10
one
years
where
ago,
Thing don't have
they
pants.
didn't have any pants on. Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. That's literally the only movie that I've never watched all the way
watched
through.
that one.
yeah. Well, you
But
didn't.
other
miss
than that, I
you
have
missed
to
anything.
once I started.
I kind of like the ones that came out like in the early 2000s. They had a campy charm to them.
I think
What's with
he's
the giant
talking-
Xbox Series X behind you?
It does actually kind of look like a Series X behind him, but I think it's his arcade
wow.
one-up.
It's two of his arcade one-ups back there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
No,
one
it's
of
not
his
an arcade one. What is he talking about? This?
right behind
right
your
there
head.
behind you.
No, other side, behind the GI
behind your
Joe.
Joes. The two
It's
green
arcade.
walls right there.
It's an arcade one-up cabinet.
No, it's not an arcade one-up. It's a tabletop or a little arcade machine, which is it's got like 1,000 games on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It looks like an arcade one-up from the back.
Yeah, because it's got like nice like side on it. It's turtles, but it's got 1,000 arcade games on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
And I have it on a thing, so it's like I could sit down and like play it almost like the arcade one-ups.
That's cool. Yeah.
Guys, this was awesome.
Yeah, this was fun, man. This was
My goodness.
we always say it. We just don't even need to say it. We need to do this more often. We say this every time, and then 3 months later, three to 6 months later, we do it again. But just thank you. Appreciate everybody coming out in the comment section, coming out, hanging out with us. JB,
I didn't even touch base on Mattel stuff.
No, we just need to do another one here soon. Just need to do another one in about a week or two, and we'll cover everything else.
Thursdays generally are good for me. So
yeah, me too. That's a good time for me because I don't work on Fridays and Saturday, Sunday, so it's I'm on that 3-day weekend every week, so it's kind of nice. But Thursday nights work out good if I can stay awake. I'm actually hanging in there pretty good. The last one, I had friends texting me, making fun of how much I was yawning in the last. they were like, dude, you were half asleep. You didn't even know what they were talking about at the end of the stream. Like you're supposed to be like, you're hosting it and you don't even know what's going on your own channel at that point. So, but yeah, it was good. So yeah, real quick round table, JB, start us off.
Well, first, again, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Leave your comments in there, and do not unsubscribe from Man Cave or any of us because, well, that's just mean. But thanks, guys, for all that, and make sure you follow all of us on our socials. Most of us, Instagram, and then of course our YouTube channels. And I know Dan's got quite a few. I'll let him plug those. But a quick shout out to some of our subscribers, guys. Big shout out to Laura and Toy Militia. I know those two consistently communicate with us, and those guys are really awesome. I just wanted to make sure I highlighted that and thank them for their friendship, through the channels and through over the years. Really awesome people. So thanks, guys, for hanging out. And I got a toy hunt video coming out hopefully tomorrow, and then of course one on Monday. So good times. And let me know if you need me to come up Sunday. You know me, I could be up there in a heartbeat.
There you go. All right, man. Dan.
All right, guys. Yeah, we appreciate it always. You guys are doing awesome in the comments and letting us talk with you as well and participating in these streams, and we love that.
Fantastic.
I'm just going to echo what the other two guys said. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all the support from all you guys. See, what do I got coming up? I'm not actually going to skip this week as far as Toy Hunt.
What?
Yeah, it's going to be my first week that I think I've ever skipped.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be I'll be in the Bronx for a Yankee game. What can I do? But I'll be back at it the following week. And again, my channel's actually had a little bit of a bump recently, so appreciate all the support.
There you go. Yeah, and something we need to do. I was just sitting here thinking about it. We need to do a trivia night. A trivia night's as much fun for me as it is for the folks that are watching.
Those are so fun. Those are fun.
Those are fun. Maybe our next one. So folks in the comments, keep an eye on our channels. Maybe we'll do a trivia night. We'll say somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks. How about that? Yeah. Let's commit to somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks. We're going to do a trivia night. That'll be fun. We normally do a giveaway to the winner. So that would be a cool thing to do. So maybe we can.
So talk about that. I was going to say this sounds like it's something that's totally Daniel's wheelhouse. So start making some questions.
Right.
No, everybody does it, not just me. But y'all got to make them just so I can put them together pretty.
I think last time, what did we do? Like 10 questions a piece last time.
I think so. Yeah. That was a lot of fun when we did it.
That was a good night. That was a good night.
That was fun. That was a lot.
Thanks. Hey, and real quick, make sure you guys follow The Man Collects. He has some great hunt videos. The dude's out there crushing it too. So yeah.
We got a cool community, man. Lots of and even just tonight, we've seen multiple other YouTube channels just coming in to support. Just coming in to support this. So it's a really cool supportive community, man. I appreciate everybody. I've built some of the best friendships I've ever built in my life through YouTube. I mean, JB, Oleg, I'd never met you guys, Ron Century, Jersey Geek, those guys, y'all are some of my best friends in life. I would have never come across y'all in any way, shape, or form other than through what we're doing now. So it's a really cool community, man. I appreciate you guys.
Cave, you and I especially, I don't think a few days goes by without us reaching out to one or the other, reaching out to the other.
We were destined. We may have just met some other way. I think the universe was going to bring us together.
That's true.
With or without YouTube. I think it was going to happen. But
and then he told you he hasn't seen Point Break, and then it all fell apart.
Or Roadhouse.
Or
Roadhouse. I might need to take a trip to North Carolina just for that.
Yeah.
The next video we do should be a reaction video to him watching Roadhouse for the first time.
Watching Roadhouse, I could literally tell that Oleg rethought our entire friendship the moment I said I'd never seen that. In fact, that was the disappointment of a father and a son when he misses the game-winning shot. He had that same face right there.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, guys. So that is it. Again, we appreciate everybody coming out. If you're not subscribed to any of us, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram. I think all of us have an Instagram.
Yeah, we're all on there. Yeah.
Instagram page. Most of us kind of post pictures of our collections and news on upcoming videos or whatever. So we all kind of, it's pretty cool to go out and you can see more of my collection through Instagram than you do on my YouTube channel. So Go check us out there, and that's
Do you
it.
even
Thank
YouTube anymore?
Barely, man, just barely. I just want to see you guys. That's what I'm here for, you know. But
He
but
gets
that's
more
it,
excited
guys.
for his streams than he does anything else nowadays. So.
That's true. I love the streaming is fun, man. I love.
It's a lot of fun.
Honest to goodness, there's been times where I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to turn into a streaming channel. Just get on here and talk toys and news and just stream all the time. I love doing it, man. No editing. There's no editing involved.
Mhm.
Get on.
Editing is
Editing's a beast, man.
It's the least favorite part of it.
It is. And when you're trying to juggle kids and work and everything, it's a lot to like go make a video, edit the thing out, live stream it. I can just get on here and talk with the guys who want to talk to me and
like that WrestleMania video that I did. I had like over 150 clips, and I tried to put that out as quickly as I could.
Dude,
So
that
I
had to take forever.
and I put it together, but like rewatching it, I'm like, ooh, I could have tightened this up.
Yeah. But when you got that many clips, though, it's just that's overwhelming, man. That's overwhelming,
and especially when I wanted to get it out, because wow, people were interested in the subject. So
exactly. All right, that's it, guys. Go get a good night's sleep. We'll catch up with you next time.
All right.